All right, we're rolling.
Active. I'm holding in diarrhea, by the way.
That's the best way to read.
Man. So this is going to be the beginning of the book?
Yeah. Very first post.
Wow. You're starting with the Disney saga.
Yeah, I figured they paint the best picture of me werewolfing into Perk Mike.
It does kind of condense it, yeah. These are impacted Facebook posts. Okay, here we go. All right. We made it, but I'm hurt badly. Please,
Please pray for me.
please pray for me. We made it, but I'm hurt badly. Please pray for me.
This is where my Perk Facebooking truly begins. My family and I flew to Disney World 3 days after I had back surgery. I did not have trip insurance, and financially, I was already running on fumes, so canceling the trip was not an option. Leading up to the day we left for Florida, I hadn't shit in 4 days, so my plan was to pinch out a modest loaf at the airport and start my vacation with a fresh pooper.
That's a solid plan for any vacation,
Yeah,
by the
dude,
way. Mike, dude. One thing I'm noticing about these early, especially Disney posts, is that you kind of typed the way I imagine you were talking at the time, which was into a Nextel chirp phone. Boop. We made it, but I'm hurt badly. Please pray for me. Boop. Please send $40.
I had popped a couple Perk 10s upon leaving the house, so by the time we hit the airport, I was tap dancing through TSA. Roughly 15 minutes before takeoff, I headed to the toilet to hopefully unload, but it was like trying to coax Punxsutawney Phil out of his tree hole. With my heels off the ground, I strained to squeeze out whatever my dumper would be willing to part with, which was absolutely nothing. Finally, as I heard the airline agent announce that our flight was boarding, I mustered the booty courage for one final push to expel the demon turd with all my might. Finally, something happened, and it wasn't good. The loaf I was praying for took a rain check, and instead, I reherniated both discs that I had repaired 3 days prior. In agony, I struggled to get to my feet, pull my pants up, wipe myself, and waddle out of the bathroom to my family, wailing the whole way. I screamed from the bathroom to the gate like the ultimate warrior, eventually reaching my wife, Jamie, who was equal parts mortified and concerned. I explained what happened and insisted we get on the plane and figure it out in the air. Once airborne, I couldn't figure out much as I screamed intermittently, startling passengers who wondered what was wrong with this fat baby who was making life miserable for everybody on the plane. Mercifully, the plane landed in Orlando. I had to be carried off the plane and dropped into a friggin' wheelchair to the horror of my wife and 3 small children. After a year of saving, a surgery 72 hours prior to takeoff, and a phantom turd that sent me reeling, I was now howling in torment at the happiest place on earth.
You blew your own back out. Real quick, could you give me just a description of the sensation of your back repair failing under the pressure of a turd squeeze?
Dude, it was
Like a crunch? A pop?
no, it's like a burning and an instant feeling that like this is not good. You know, sometimes
That
you get hurt.
searing pain of,
Yeah.
of a muscle, sure.
You know, how, like times you'll get hurt and you'll be like, I think I could go to work or like
Yeah.
that. And then every now and again you'll be injured so badly that you're like, I really need to go to the hospital.
You wanna scream.
Checked out. Yeah.
And that's what it was.
And this was that. And dude, I could not stop screaming. And I've endured a lot of like tough injuries, but like I could not stop screaming on the plane, in the airport, in the cab, fucking in the hotel.
Any words are just ah!
I think it was just screaming, dude. The one time that I do remember saying something was day 2, where you know how hotels got the ice bucket. Yeah. I couldn't go to the bathroom, so I had my wife hold it up to my dick, and I put my dick in, but it was too painful to piss, and like I just remember crying.
I herniated my dick.
Dude, as I had my dick in the ice bucket, I remember like crying to my wife saying, I can't do anything. But that's the only time I remember saying anything while I was screaming.
That's why I never use the ice buckets at hotels. Man. One day later. First my vacation, and now Lorenzo's Pizza is burning down. Fuck my life.
As I struggled to grasp what my next move would be when my back and vacation unraveled, I received word that one of my favorite pizza places was burning down. The pain from my back and from losing one of the best slices on the planet overwhelmed whatever benefits my perk provided. My misery amplified as we struggled to find a cab to take on a desperate woman, 3 frightened children, and their screaming, broken father.
Is he okay?
He just really loves Disney.
He's just really got his shit, man. Come on. Real Disney freak. Man. On a positive note, everyone I encountered at Celebration Hospital was professional and caring. And then Trisha Rush Zvirkan said, "Oh boy, Mike, I'm so sorry for this horrible situation. I will keep praying for you." And Jimmy Graham said, "Sounds like the pain meds kicked in."
It's the round boy, baby. Once we found a cab, we made our way to Caribe Royale Resort, which under normal circumstances would be a pillhead's paradise. The place had a water slide, poolside bar, an arcade. The place had a water slide, poolside bar, and an arcade, which in bus stop perk parlance is known as a pillhead hat trick. I tried to chill on the screaming as much as possible, but I struggled like a gerbil in Richard Gere's asshole. We checked in, got to our room, and I knew I had to go to the hospital. My wife called 911, and about 20 minutes later, two EMTs arrived to load me onto a gurney. They handled me with the care of an angry chimp making a peanut butter and jelly sandwich, so any further effort to stifle my pain screams were thrown out the window. A short time later, we arrived at Celebration Hospital, and I was given intravenous Dilaudid, which felt like winning the painkiller Super Bowl. A very kind nurse talked Disney with me as the meds ran their course, and I was finally enjoying my vacation.
This had to be like going through the tunnel to Toontown. My God, dude.
Yeah.
Celebration Hospital. Which
Who's your doctor? Screwy Squoil?
Not the dead. God bless you. I desperately need good thoughts and prayers. I cannot move off the bed right now. I just want to see my kids at Disney.
All right, fast forward a few hours later. I'm back at my hotel. The Dilaudid is wearing off, and I'm back to acting like a starving dog who got his dick caught in a mousetrap. My wife left the hotel to fill my prescription in what I presumed was a cab, but judging by how long it took, she chose to ride the shell of a turtle with TBI. I need painkillers and a dose of Disney. Stat.
Dude, I love the image in my head of pillheads using thoughts and prayers like Monsters Inc. Yeah, Perkstropolis is powered by the thoughts and prayers of your clean family. Here's a screed.
Oh, no.
Trying to stay positive, but this has been the worst day of my life. For months, I've planned this vacation. As soon as I have to board the plane, my legs just stop working. I've spent the entire day lying in the hotel room screaming. I've never had to deal with anything like this. One day has already been wasted. This is a nightmare, and I don't know when it's going to end. 0 likes.
By this point, I've gone full-on bitch baby mode on Facebook. My wife still hasn't returned, and I later found out that she took a cab to CVS and, having never taken a cab before, assumed the cabbie would just wait for her while she shopped in the pharmacy. He did not wait, and she waited at CVS in vain for her Indian prince to return.
Now, you are starting to garner some thoughts here. So
right.
Sorry to hear this, Mike. Hope it gets better for you. Okay. Hope you feel better. You're getting thoughts. No prayers yet.
Okay.
A little bit. The thoughts are trickling in.
What do you think I could have done differently
the
for
prayer
prayers?
lines are open. What'd you say?
What do you think I could have done differently to get prayers instead of just thoughts?
I would have said maybe this is the devil's work. I would have said the devil's playing my spine like a xylophone. I need your help. Yeah. All right, here we go. Back to Nextel mode. Please continue to pray for me. I've never been in so much pain.
I pride myself on the stable of prayer warriors I've assembled since 2012. Back then, I had to resort to numerous Facebook prayer requests, which is somehow more embarrassing than asking your mother to check your OnlyFans inbox.
All right, the thoughts continue to roll in. Hang in there, dude. Oh, Mike, hope you feel better. Mike, I really feel bad. Can you lie in bed for a day? I really feel bad. That sucks. And then we got our first prayer. We're on the board with prayers.
Who gave it to me?
Mike Stern. Mike, I'm hurting for you. Prayers to you.
Yes.
Yeah, did you see that first prayer and go, okay, I got something going? Let's see what I can turn this into.
Put my dick in the ice bucket. I think I can do it.
Oh, man. The nightmare continues. The pharmacy is out of my medication. Undoubtedly the worst day of my life.
All right, so I finally received word from my wife on her whereabouts. She was still at CVS, and the pharmacy was out of Dilaudid. Thank Christ, I was in so much pain that I didn't even remember that Lorenzo's pizza had also been reduced to a pile of ashes, or I would have hung myself with a sheet.
We've got our first combination thought and prayer from Deidre. Hang in there, Mike. I hope you are feeling better soon. If the pharmacy is out, maybe the hospital can help out. Worth a shot. Saying prayers for you, XO. Ooh, got a little saucy at the end there.
That's my cousin.
Ooh, you got a hug and kiss from your cousin?
No, I didn't. Ew.
Bro, XO, it's in writing. Brother.
That was an accident.
This is a matter of public record.
She accidentally typed that.
You think she was just trying to send the O?
Yeah.
Nah. You got thoughts, prayers, and a kiss and a hug, dude. This is actually, I would save, cut this out when we're done with this paper. I would save this comment, dude. This is fucking rich with vibes.
All right.
I fucking give up. I have zero help here. I desperately need medication. This is the absolute worst fucking day of my life.
What a fucking bitch. All right, so my wife was still awaiting the return of her Indian prince, and I was on the verge of placing a personal ad to suck dick for Advil. Easily the darkest day in Disney history, ever since Walt Disney was decapitated and had his body used for sexual chum by animation necrophiliacs.
Man. And now the people are backing off of the thoughts and prayers. There's 4 comments, not a single thought or prayer in here. Maybe just useless suggestions. Oh, no. Oh, no. One guy actually said, Frank Carbone said, slap. You could act like a man.
That fucker.
Damn, it's on site with Frank Carbone.
Oh, man. He's always been a good guy to me. That fucker.
Bro, he said you could act like a man. What do you think about that?
He's right.
Yeah, true, actually. But still, you're in the throes of addiction. You're approaching rock bottom at the speed of sound.
I wasn't even addicted yet. Like, dude, it's the amount of pain that I was in.
Oh, right. I'm sorry. This is
was just insane. I could not fucking move without being in tremendous pain. And no matter how many painkillers I took, it was only through intravenous Dilaudid that I felt better momentarily.
Neurosurgeon finally called back after 3 messages while paramedics were taking me to the hospital. He tells Jamie that pain I'm having is prob from either discs being reherniated. Hold on. He tells Jamie that pain I'm having is prob from either discs being reherniated or from the debris he left in my back. Fucking debris! Are you fucking kidding me? I am speechless. 0 likes.
I wish I had the contact info for those who occupy the rooms next to mine. I'd love to apologize and send them a cookie puss cake. Not only did they have to hear me scream all day, but they also had to be startled when I finally uttered actual words and screamed, "Fucking debris!"
All right, well, the thoughts and prayers are coming back in. I think you're really finding your bitch voice.
Oh, thank you, dude.
Housekeeper just walked in on me. I can't be in that bad shape because when she saw me, she didn't make the sign of the cross and say, Santa Maria.
Oh. My wife finally came through with my Dilaudid, so it's time for a joke.
Man, look at you playing. Sorry, I'm reading the comments as well.
Any good ones?
You got some likes on it. That was a hit, actually, I would say. 8 likes. Nice. And then the downswing. I can't believe this is happening. I can't even get out of bed or stand up. I worked all year for this trip, and now this. 0 likes.
I went to bed with a belly full of painkillers and a heart full of hope, only to wake up the next day still frozen in pain. I couldn't even make it to the toilet to piss, so my poor wife had to hold the ice bucket to my dick. I draped my light switch over the rim, and I cried as I blurted out, "I can't do anything."
Bro, let's not forget you saved up all year for this.
Tim, at this time,
Like a family of 5 to Disney.
Tim, I made $29,000 a year.
It's not bragging, dude. All right. The fucking Wolf of Baltimore Pike. Let me ask you something. How many times a day you taking a shit? 2. That's rookie numbers. Wow, man.
You guys are going to Disney World? Let me tell you something. I ain't going nowhere.
Man, same day. Kids had fun at Epcot with Jamie. Mikey took some really cute pictures with Stitch. Hopefully, tomorrow we can all be together. Whew, that Dilaudid's hitting.
Oh, baby.
When that Dilaudid hit.
The kids needed to experience something other than a crying father, so Jamie took them to Epcot while I got ripped on painkillers and watched the Pawn Stars marathon, which was a nice vacation day for all parties involved.
It's a shame because Epcot might be the most suited for painkillers.
Yeah, it is.
It's chill. There's lots of
Go
stuff
around the
to
world.
just, like pick up and look at and put back down. Go all the way around the world. Yeah. You go worldwide on Percs in Epcot. Next day. Not feeling better today. Gonna try to rest today in the hopes of being able to join everybody else tomorrow for the last full day here. Wow. So 0 likes, by the way. You're having a tough time, but you've got a hopeful eye to the future.
Day 3, and still whacked on painkillers, flopping my dick over the lip of the ice bucket.
Took a shower and a dump. Monumental tasks considering what I've been capable of the last 2 days. Really hoping I can make it to the Magic Kingdom with the family tomorrow.
I willed myself into the bathroom and knew if I could somehow exorcise this shit demon that had been terrorizing my asshole for the past week, I could make significant progress toward enjoying the Magic Kingdom with my family. I inched the skee-ball-sized turd close enough to my asshole that I could pry it the rest of the way with the hands that God gave me, and that's just what I did. I yanked that demonic brown brick out of my asshole like it owed me Kohl's cash. I instantly felt the relief of 1,000 negative paternity tests. The goal was to make the next day a family day at Disney now that I was unencumbered by the ungodly shit that plagued my butt and, along with the back problems of an elephant dick dwarf, cursed my vacation thus far.
Now, I've got a quick question about the mechanical aspect of pulling that shit out. So, here's your hole. I want to know what your hand looked like.
It gets bigger.
Getting in there. What were you doing with your hand to get in there?
You have to go in like this.
So you went,
and eventually you could spread your fingers out to increase the.
So you went in Italian style.
I come to you, hat in hand,
turd in hand. So you went in, full wise guy. Spread your fingers.
Yeah.
Now, did you just give your butthole enough of an opening for it to fall out, or did you actually have to?
I had to pull it.
You had to pull it.
Yeah.
Now, was there any kind of like grabbing it and pulling off a chunk and going, "Oh no, come on," like you're reaching into a vending machine?
No, dude, it was so hard that I just got it all in one shot.
Whoa.
Yeah, it was bad. I had been taking stool softeners up until that point too, so like I was just.
So it probably had kind of like a meteor trail off the back of it. A big solid chunk with just a. Nice.
It's Haley's toilet.
Being in a wheelchair and or scooter over the past few days made me realize firsthand that people treat the handicapped like royalty or total pieces of shit. Humbling.
My friends Chris and Jeanette were kind enough to have a motorized scooter sent to my room, and it had allowed me to leave the hotel room to head to do and it allowed me to leave the hotel room to head to a Disney park with my family. I ripped through the Dilaudid from Celebration Hospital, and I was now crushing the perks I bought. And I was now crushing the perks I brought with me as I drove a motorized wheelchair while heavily intoxicated through the streets of the Magic Kingdom like I owned the fucking place.
You almost got a scooter DUI in Magic Kingdom. Oh man, you get pulled over by two fucking cats in police uniforms, hitting you with cartoon batons. Turned out to be an awesome day. Made it to Magic Kingdom with the fam and had a wonderful time. Special thanks to Mayo for the pep talk.
Thanks to the blind rage I was sent into from my boy Mayo texting me to say I needed to stop being such a pussy and get into my motorized scooter and go to the Magic Kingdom with my family, I did just that. Fueled by perks, we made it to the park together. I was so mad at him.
Mayo is kind of like a perk guardian angel. He's almost like, you know how there's AA sponsors? He's almost like a sponsor for being on drugs. You need to stop being such a fucking pussy.
Saint Anthony, he helps you find lost perks.
Disney finally is the happiest place on earth for me. Now, if you'll excuse me, I'm going to go in the bathroom and autoerotic asphyxiate myself. You're back on it.
Riding high off of getting to enjoy vacation with my family and riding high off of Percocet, I found my sweet spot, and I forgot all about screaming through airports and draping my dick into ice buckets for at least a few hours.
Are you picking up that? I'm hearing like a bouncing sound. Is that
was just...
Is that coming through?
It's tough to pick up now, but I'm not hearing it in my headphones.
All right, cool.
But just in case,
Yeah, maybe give him like a little bit of distance so he's not shaking it. Cool. My favorite part of my last 72 hours was thinking that Jamie was deliberately taking her time getting my meds just to keep me in pain. I'll definitely think twice the next time I'm considering being a motherfucker to her.
This was probably my painkiller generosity speaking here, as I'm not thoroughly convinced that my wife wasn't lollygagging on my opioid refill during her multi-stop CVS tour. This was probably my painkiller generosity speaking here, as I'm not thoroughly convinced that my wife wasn't lollygagging on my opioid refill during her... Fuck. This was probably my painkiller generosity speaking here, as I'm not thoroughly convinced that my wife wasn't lollygagging on my opioid refill during her multi-stop CVS tour. If she was indeed dawdling, the stinker in me appreciated the severity of the prank. At least by this time, my perks were doing the trick and I was having fun.
Can anyone recommend a neurosurgeon? Dude, zero likes? Hold on, dude. Doesn't this seem like something you would ask a real doctor?
100%.
And not your Facebook friends?
Now, with this status, I cemented my status. With this status, I cemented my status as a certified pillhead by asking for neurosurgeon recommendations over Facebook. Soliciting spine advice from fat aunts, high school friends with limited custody, and estranged cousins is probably why I still can't touch my toes. Let me try that again. Soliciting spine advice from fat aunts, high school friends with limited custody, and estranged cousins is probably why I still can't touch my toes.
Yo, is anyone's cousin a neurosurgeon by any chance, dude?
Yeah, you take walk-ins for fucking neurosurgery?
Yo, can anyone hook me up? Look, it's not. I don't need nothing big, dude. I just need a fucking neurosurgeon. So if you can hook me up, like my one boy does tattoos in his basement, so maybe we could trade.
It ain't nothing extensive. I just need a little bit of debris taken out of there.
Yeah, I'm just trying not to get ripped off. Two things that I absolutely love about Disney: long waits and no employees on cell phones. I love the waits because the crowds have no choice but to be patient. There aren't many places where waiting is accepted, and it's a nice reminder to at least have it here. As far as the employees, most seem to generally enjoy what they do. They're so chipper that I'm led to believe Disney is holding their families at knife point until they fulfill their indentured servitude contract. You're a psychopath.
That's a peak Percocet post right there, as I'm gushing over how much I love long waits. At the very least, it's comforting to know that if I'm ever held for ransom, I'll be pretty chill about it as long as I have a pocket full of perks.
The world was your bus stop at that point.
That'd make a great sign.
I do like the no employees on cell phones. Cops are on cell phones now.
Constantly.
Bud Light is undoubtedly the worst beer on earth. It should be named Drifter Schlong.
Definitely doubled up on the dosage here as I'm reviewing beers I'm not even drinking. Fun fact, I had sworn off drinking about 1 month before this post, as a chill day of Memorial Day Eve barbecuing at home led to a demonic night of smoking crack and pawning my brand new iPod Touch in Atlantic City, New Jersey. After that night, I swore I was sobering up and walking the straight and narrow. I was a good boy for about 3 weeks. However, as luck would have it, a couple weeks later, I ruptured 2 discs, and over the next 2+ years, thousands of Percocet were Operation Dumbo dropped into my mouth.
Now, here's me. If I'm giving you thoughts and prayers all week during this, and then I see that you're spending those thoughts and prayers on drinking Bud Lights and bitching, I'm going, You know, it's giving me the same feeling as, like, you ever see, like, a friend, like, breaks their leg and then has a GoFundMe for the hospital bills, and then all of a sudden they're on a nice vacation.
Yeah.
You're like, what was it? Okay.
Yeah.
I guess I would also like $18,000. I'm saying, like, damn, I could just ask for thoughts and prayers and then spend them however I want.
I did waste them.
Yeah. Had so much fun today. One of the highlights was our driver, Shankar, telling me the handicapped have a lot of advantages. So true. Finish the day off with the pool, then gear it up for a trip back to Hollywood Studios again tomorrow before heading home. Things have really turned around nicely for us.
The magic of Percs is that they'll make you feel so good that you not only express gratitude for being crippled, but you'll start agreeing with Indian cab drivers when they passively aggressively tell you how lucky you are that they are the ones who have to load your motorized scooter into the van. I wish I could find Shankar and tell him to suck my dick before slashing his tires.
Or, my friend, we all have our motorized scooters to bear. You are not special for having this handicap, my friend. We all have our challenges to face. If you have to take a connecting flight, do airlines charge a fee twice for checked baggage? I spent every last dollar allocated for vacation, and I'm worried about getting home.
Yep.
Yep, been there.
Now, despite freaking out here because I had no money left after checking my bag, this night was the best I'd ever felt on painkillers. Our flight was delayed until the following morning, so we received vouchers for a meal at Applebee's or fucking RP Dingle Cutters or wherever Florida-based Miss Piggies go to get fingered on their sticky tables during half-price appetizers in the Orlando airport. After dinner, I watched the Orlando Symphony perform 4th of July theme music outside the airport Hyatt while obliterated on a gorilla dosage of Percs. I might have inadvertently created patriotism. Pain-triotism, where you get so fucked up on prescription painkillers that you start expressing gratitude for founding fathers and bald eagles.
Love it or leave it, man. Had a nice past couple days. Hold on. Had a nice past couple days, but I'm really looking forward to my couch, catching up on my programming, and making amends with my cats for leaving them for 5 days.
If my now dead cats are able to read this, I'd like to hereby thank you for humoring me and accepting my perked out apology for leaving you for 6 days while I drove a motorized scooter while intoxicated through the pretend streets of Disney.
Jesus Christ. Rainey's Trains and Automobiles. The saga continues. Baggage issue. Rest of fam made flight. I'm left behind waiting for issue to be resolved. 2 likes.
So this next day was a nightmare, as we were told we had to pay again for our bag to be checked, which still seems wrong to me. But either way, the lady at the airline was insistent. I didn't have a fucking dollar left to check the bag, so my wife and I were going through our packed suitcase, figuring out which clothes we would throw out if need be. This scene was so sad that even painkillers didn't make it palatable. On top of all this, I couldn't get a seat on the same flight as my family. A kind soul that worked the ticketing desk at the airline saw me layering up in a wheelchair, even though it was 90 degrees outside because I didn't want to throw out all my t-shirts. He checked my suitcase free of charge. At this point, I was popping pills like M&Ms until I got on the plane from Orlando to Newark, a real fucking dirtballs voyage.
So you're getting pushed down the jetway in full on Maggie Simpson winter get up, arms stuck out, wearing like 20 layers of t-shirt on top of like the Disney merch that you've got goofy ears and Mickey ears on top of it, arms and legs straight out. You can't bend your elbows or knees. I can just really use a couple thoughts and prayers. As you're emptying your suitcase on the airport floor. Damn, you're pathetic. Made it to Newark and preparing for a noon flight to Philly. That means I will no longer be inundating you with my vacation problems that you care nothing about. Now I can get back to not caring about where you'll be appearing, ignoring pictures of your dopey kids, not liking your dreadful status updates, continuing to never watch the comedy links you send me, not giving a fuck about what you ate today, and most importantly, being solely concerned with my own self-serving nonsense. Ah, it's good to be almost home. Dude. Facts. Both facts and bars.
Cranky, crippled, and still high enough to be a little bit grateful. Might have accidentally taken a diet Percocet to end my trip.
Wow. Whoa. Fast forward. Let's see.
It's about a year later.
July. So this is 10 months in the future. Oh my God. This at the time, let me preface this. I probably saw this in real time and went, ooh, that's not good. Here we go. Can't fucking wait for Disney tomorrow.
I spent nearly a year obsessing over my triumphant return to Disney World while whacked on painkillers. I dreamed of the day when I could walk into the Magic Kingdom in my own Skechers instead of having to beat my motorized scooter horn at fat ladies and Winnie the Pooh t-shirts to get the fuck out of the way. Other than a few unintentional perk naps, I don't think I slept a wink this night.
Chris Curtis said, I think you should go Facebook silent for the trip. Man. You got some, by the way, you had some pre-sales on Thoughts and Prayers. Tim King said, I really hope you have an enjoyable trip, but another breakdown would be so entertaining. So he was like, here's a little bit of thoughts, but you know, if you have a fucking meltdown in you, that'd be nice for me. Magic Kingdom fireworks. This fat creep is living the dream.
So I made it back to Disney, and I felt like Andy Dufresne on the roof of Shawshank, watching fireworks burst into the Florida sky as I fought the urge to burst into my camo cargo shorts. After almost a year of saving money and swallowing pills like a hungry hippo, I was able to provide a memorable Disney trip that did not involve me screaming in constipation and pain.
I don't know if this is covered, but was there a highlight to this trip? Just
I don't think
upright
so, dude.
autonomy.
Oh, dude, this was another sad moment, but it was I was being a little bit of a bad boy. When we got to the resort, it was Port Orleans, which is like Bayou themed, and they got like a little like convenience store in there that sold beer. And I told my wife I wasn't drinking, but I snuck off for a little bit, and I got myself a Coors Light Tall Boy, and I was sitting there like drinking it behind a trash can. And this guy walked up. He's like, man, this guy's living the dream.
Wait, there's a bodega on park grounds in Disney?
Dude, it's great. It's like you go in, there's like where like the cafeteria is. They also have like soda cases, and you could buy beer there. You could buy beer and wine, I believe. And I got a Coors Light Big Boy.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Are there any canonically Puerto Rican Disney princesses? Don't answer that. Having fun for the ages. Just bought park tickets for an extra day. All the hard work is worthwhile for things like these.
By all the hard work, I mean going into work whacked on painkillers.
Is that it?
Yeah.
Yeah. This is actually, this specific feeling that you're enjoying right there is what DJ Khaled is for. Just we the best. You've done nothing.
It's funny you mentioned him, and it instantly made me think of this. But when Chris Cotton got in his car accident, and he was like he was perk Facebooking, I sent him a copy of DJ Khaled's book.
Oh, yeah. You gave me a copy of it as well. Man. And then a week later, May 16th, 2013. Can't wait to go back to Disney. I friggin' love that place.
After finally getting the fun Disney vacation that I imagined all along, I started making plans for yet another return visit to beautiful Central California. The sunburn stings a lot less when you see the smiles on your family's faces on a vacation that exceeds expectations. The sunburn also stings a lot less when you're juiced on oxycodone.
1 month later. In October, Jamie and I are going to Disney for 3 days by ourselves. I'm already experiencing a high level of guilt and excitement. This must be what autoerotic asphyxiation is like.
Now, my wife and I eventually made this trip by ourselves. Walking around Disney World without children feels like walking around with your dick out. Do not recommend.
Man, Tim King said, Jesus Christ, you're there more than Mickey Mouse. Take her to Vegas. At least you'll have a reason to feel guilty when you get back and have to sell one of the kids to pay off some Vegas loan shark. Now, at this point, were you funding any of these with loan shark money yet?
Undoubtedly, yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. I should not have gone to either one of those trips, either the family trip or the wife trip. And the wife trip was, what year was that?
2013.
Okay, yeah, that was a different one then. But there was a wife trip to Florida where we went, like, after we had briefly broken up, that was kind of sad.
The trip was sad?
Yeah, like, the whole experience was sad because it was kind of like, oh, man.
You weren't reconnecting and reigniting the flame?
No, it was nice, but it just still felt awkward that we had, like, briefly broken up.
Sure.
That wasn't it. It was the one after that, because that would have been 2015.
August 7th, later that summer. Any other dorks collect Disney pins?
Oh, God. I forgot I collected Disney pins during the Perk era. Every now and again, I'd add a Disney pin to my Disney lanyard. I'm more embarrassed about this than being addicted to pills for almost 3 years. Once you start getting into Disney collectibles, you should be lured into a human-sized mousetrap to have your neck snapped as you reach for the special edition Aladdin VHS release. Still got them.
They should actually, honestly, also, your phone was dead when you took this screenshot. You're on 1% battery. They should, can we find a way to get these put in the Disney vault? Like the Library of Congress? There should be a lot of pillhead shit in the Disney vault.
That's how I should have marketed this book. It's going into the vault.
The vault.
Everybody's just begging their mom to buy it.
Please. It's only for a limited time. Damn. Jump ahead. May of 2014. Got our plane tickets to Disney today. Now the planning is done, and we just have to wait another 32 days to go. I love this shit. Tommy said, keep us posted. And then he said, this is worse than McGonagall giving us a daily countdown to when pitchers and catchers report to spring training.
So here I'm dragging my family back to Disney yet again. I hope they forgive me one day.
Man. Tammy. June 20th, 2014. Disney in 12 days. I fucking love air travel. Love the people going, and Orlando's airport is the best.
Now, a statement like, I fucking love air travel, is usually only uttered by pillheads and pilots who are eventually fired for jacking off mid-flight.
So here's the thing. This is why. Oh, hold on a second. Oh man. All right, let's stay on this one for just 1 second before we move on. Yeah, this is the kind of stuff where I knew that you did drugs all. Okay, here's the thing. I thought drug addicts were just cool. Okay, because I had 2 older brothers, both lifelong drug addicts, but they were also, compared to me, from outside perspectives, they were cool. I was gay, right? So when you were getting fucked up all the time, I just went, "Whoa, Mike's pretty cool, I guess."
Guy, yeah.
I'll give it to him. I guess he's cool. I didn't know I was supposed to be going like, "Yo, dude, slow down. This isn't great." I thought I was like kind of holding you back from really having a good time. You know what I mean?
But dude, here's the deal. Like most of my
And the guy loves air travel.
painkiller activity was pretty chill. So it would have been hard for anybody to be like, all right, that's a problem. And plus, like, my personality on Perks is like how I'd like to be. It's very easy for me to be chilled out, to be doing things, to be approachable, to talk to people, whereas I feel like my default demeanor is a little bit on edge, which I'm never really comfortable with.
Yeah. I can sympathize with that too. Wow. Okay, here we go. Same around the same time. 9 days until Disney. Christ, I can't wait to get away. Go ahead.
The truest testament to the power of painkillers is that they can make a place like Disney World seem relaxing. While I love the place, most times that I've been there have been spent pinballing off of obese park dwellers in matching shirts while racing from 1 hour-long attraction wait to another as I munch $15 turkey legs in 100-degree heat.
Now, I don't know if you realize, but this one has a comment from my grandmother on it.
Read it to me.
Yeah, okay. Patience, dearie. It'll be here before you know it. Would you take a picture of Dopey for me? My all-time favorite. Thank you. Love, Graham.
Oh, my God.
Oh, my God.
I love Graham so much.
Yeah, happy birthday in heaven, Graham Butt. She was the fucking goat. She loved you so much.
I love Graham so much, man. And I talked about, I forget like who was here to read, and like it was a Graham comment that came up, and it caught me by surprise. I totally forgot about that, and as it came up, it made me realize that, and then I gave the explanation as to how I came to know Graham, and like I'll never forget, like I had interacted with Graham so much on Facebook, and I'll never forget the day that I met her. I'm getting a little bit emotional, but this is so funny to do this right now during this. I just love Graham and I miss her, but I'll never forget the day that I met Graham, which was at your house. And I walked in, and as soon as I saw Graham, she was like, "I know you." And it was like you know somebody for a long time.
Sweetest lady of all time.
God, I can't believe I'm crying during on Perks.
Yeah, Graham was like, you guys were yin and yang on Facebook.
Yeah.
You know, she was an active lady. She got around a lot. She drove herself around up until like the very end. And when I would go to, she lived with my aunt and uncle. When I would go to their house, she would be in the kitchen on a corded phone. For years it was a corded phone, and then she had a cordless phone. And she would sit at the kitchen table, and she would just all day. She'd be going through the list of her friends that were still alive, and she would call them and check on them.
Oh,
and
my God.
she could talk forever. And she did the same. They transferred to Facebook when she got a Kindle.
Dude, I truly thought it was either you or Jackie playing a joke.
I'm telling you, dude, we got that all the time. And eventually she proved she was the real deal. But like, dude, she was probably your biggest fan.
And just an incredible sense of humor. Like I could write, like, I swear to God, I'm going to Benoit my entire family. And she'd be like, well, just make sure you're in bed by 10, honey.
Yeah. Love Graham.
Yeah.
God damn, I didn't know that was coming. All right. 4 days until Disney. MIC. See you real soon. KEY. And then you tag Tommy Pope.
So my dear friend Tommy Pope and I have been friends for a long time, and our most significant source of contention has been about how much I love Disney. The disdain in his eyes as I talk Disney is usually only seen in the eyes of murder victims' family members when they see their killer in court for the first time.
I was a raging dickhead the past 2 weeks because I was stressed. But now that we're on the phone, I was a raging dickhead the past 2 weeks because I was stressed. But now that we're on the plane, I feel as normal as I get. Jazzed for Disney.
Man. And by jazz for Disney, I mean profoundly high on perks. That's probably like what cops say, like when they pull somebody over, be like, was he drinking? It's like, no, he was jazzed for Disney.
He's jazzed for Disney. Son, you been jazzed for Disney tonight? Only a little.
A little jazz.
I stopped pretty early in the night. I think I'm okay. Man. On the bus back to the hotel last night, I ripped a confident series of fart, roughly 8 total, in a 10-second span. The blasts were strong enough to prompt the woman to say, "Are you kidding me?"
Now imagine paying thousands of dollars for a vacation only to have some pilled out moron ripping ass next to you as the voice of Mickey Mouse implores you to hold onto the handrail to prevent you from rocketing through the bus windshield.
I liked this one. That was me and 29 others liked that one.
Oh, wow. This is going to be a good one.
No, that was the previous.
Oh,
one.
wow.
Sorry. Oh, man. Causing confusion and chaos with farts at Hollywood studios. This is living.
The fart fireworks continued into the 4th of July. This is what I empty my bank account for every summer.
Maelstrom is one of my favorite rides at Disney. Just found out they are turning it into a Frozen-themed ride. This really bothers me, but I guess I should just let it go. Pray for me, y'all. Oh, you were playing too much.
You know I had to. Now, even painkillers couldn't take the sting out of losing this ride. I should have OD'd on the last boat out of Epcot, Norway, just to stick it to them.
Begging for prayers, too, by the way. All right, here we go. Last one. You shared an article, and the headline was Seven Dwarfs Mine Train, Magic Kingdom Park. And your caption was, I thought this ride was just meh. You fucking dickhead. Imagine being one of the Imagineers behind that ride.
Yeah, I could, man. It's a dream. So the only highlight of this ride was having people seeing me fucked up on Perks and wondering why there were 2 sleepies. I was honestly disappointed in it because it looks so cool. Like, as you're waiting to go in, they really do a nice job of getting you excited for the ride. But then once you get in there, it's just like, man, this is what you had us waiting an hour for.
Oh, man, I wish you didn't cut off your own comment here.
What does it start off as?
So Brian Burns said, it's all about that part where you're going through the dwarf's cave for me. And you went, yes! Exclamation point. I love that. The coaster part was more of a kid feel, but the mine part was...
Oh, no. We'll never know.
like Tears in the Rain, bro. The hell?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, I do not recommend that. It was a real bummer because it was something that was new at the time, and I was so excited for it.
That's the sting of disappointment.
Yeah, man. That was so much. Well, the great thing about like the subsequent vacations were that I had my prescription with me, and I could go on all the shit that I couldn't go on the first time around. So, you know, for those of you out there that have experienced the joy of being able to go to amusement park on painkillers, you know what I felt. And it was just heaven. Like, I remember, like, we would fly out of Trenton because it's so much cheaper than flying out of Philly. And the first trip was out of Philly. Every subsequent trip was out of Trenton. And I remember, like, I had just gotten my pills, and we checked into a Trenton hotel. And I have a picture. I think it might be on Facebook. It's of me. I took a picture of myself on the toilet. And I had just gotten juiced up, and I was getting ready for my trip. But, like, I was so excited because that was going to be the trip where I could finally do everything that I wanted to do on Disney. And I was going to get to do it with a pocket full of painkillers.
So my takeaway from this part of your journey is, like, imagine being a paraplegic and going to Disney and experiencing it. Then you've got your family around you.
Let me paint this picture for me.
You're paraplegic. You're in, let's go, motorized wheelchair. You're fast passing every line your family, it's the first time they've been truly thrilled that they had to bring you somewhere because they're fast passing. It's the one time where they're not giving you the sense that you're a burden for the first time in your entire life.
My wife can think about something other than my dick not working.
You're having the time of your life.
Oh my God.
And now imagine how much cooler it would be if you could walk and you got to experience that feeling.
I'm flying.
That's the best.
Oh my God. Whoa. I just went somewhere.
Me too, man.
Tim, you are the friggin' best, buddy.
You are. Thanks for
Oh, man. Thanks for being a part of my Disney journey. And I noted this yesterday when Mary was reading her part, was that I was always putting out invitations to either go to movies, go to shows, just go do a million different things. And like, you were the only person that would take me up on it.
Yeah, I liked hanging out with you.
I know.
I
It was
still
just
do.
so much fun.
Yeah, I had a cool friend.
Yeah, man. That was a blast.
We're still doing it.
I know, man.
Party never stopped.
I know. I'm going to get back on pills. Trust me.
Wow.
No, I can't wait. What a journey, baby.
Just getting started. We're saving up for the fast pass.
No, I can't wait.
Let's fucking go.
Yeah, Danny and I just went to Disney last month. And it was awesome, dude.
I honestly didn't expect to, because you saw me on
Yeah.
vacation, that I hate that stuff.
Mm-hmm.
But it was so much fun. Like I never going with your friends. I don't have a family.
It is fun.
But yeah, it was a whole different. I had only been there previously with a girlfriend,
Mm-hmm.
so it was kind of, I don't know, just going through the motions and waiting in line, fighting about the line.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
But just hanging out with
Just
your
going,
boys.
is it time for pussy yet?
Exactly.
Hell.
I was
I get a pussy fast pass?
I was 19 at the time, so that's all I was
Ooh,
thinking
yeah.
about, you know?
Oh, my God.
But then just even the lines were fine. Hanging out with your boys,
Mhm.
Whatever, yeah, it's an hour wait, but I'm hanging out with my boys.
Del Calo got hit on by the gayest cast member that Disney can offer.
Who is he playing?
Pluto. No, but he was just a guy in a safari jacket, and Del Calo had taken out a map.
Him and Del Calo were wearing the same thing.
Actually, they were both wearing
Wow.
vests.
Nice vest.
And as soon as he saw Del Calo take out the map, he was just on him.
Well, me and Jake were across from them, and we were watching the dude check out Del Calo. Before the map, everything. He was just eyeing him up.
Mhm.
And I mean, as soon as he brought out a map, the dude sprinted to him.
He's like, "You need a little help, Gaston?"
Yeah. If you're a safari queer, Del Calo is a feast for the eyes.
Just your eyes start spinning.
Yeah. He looks like a big T-bone steak in a
Damn.
tan hat.
He's got that gar stick.
Well,
All right, man. We
Thank
have
you,
fun.
man.
Thank you, buddy, man. This was a real treat. Man, I'm so glad you could relive this with me.
this is one of my favorite mental spaces to occupy.
Dude, it's so insane to me that regardless of what kind of mental state I was in, that I was choosing to put that on Facebook.
Yeah, I mean,
But were you thinking Facebook was, or social media was going to be what it is now?
Dude, I honestly thought it was I talk about the movie Her and wishing that software was real, but I feel like Facebook was kind of that surrogate for me, in that, I don't know, it's hard for me to form deep connections with people. I feel so I'm able to have that. It's almost like a friendship,
Yeah.
you know.
Yeah, I went almost the opposite. Everyone here is my friend.
Mhm.
It says it.
Yeah.
I never had to open it up to what it is now. Where at the time I was in the tattoo industry, so
Yeah.
you see another tattooer, you add them. But in my head, I was collected another friend. I can say whatever I want, do whatever I want because they're my friend.
Yeah, it's like friend fishing. It's no matter what you put out there, it's somebody's going to bite on this,
Yeah,
and I'm going to get the interaction that I want.
I didn't consider it a platform to the world.
Mm-hmm.
I see bros going out and getting zero engagement like 0 lifetime engagement on shit.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, as evidenced by some of those. Yeah, I wanted to leave those in because, when you see like the print version, it will have like the amount of likes on there because I feel like that really adds to the how sad this shit can be.
Yeah.
Like posting shit that gets 0 likes. But then there's other ones that get like 30 likes.
And that was big numbers back
Yeah, that was, man.
Back then, that was like almost viral. You had 30 likes on Facebook in 2014. It was like,
Dude, that's Pillhead viral. Yeah.
"Damn, dude, this must be what Steve Harvey feels like.
Yeah, I
The
still
king of
know-
Facebook.
I still know the exact numbers of most likes I ever got on a post.
What was it?
It was when I opened my tattoo shop in LA. It was like the grand reveal.
Triple digits.
I wish it was 87,
Oh.
Oh, man.
but still, that was big numbers. For me.
Damn.
King of Hollywood, baby.
87's not bad, though. It's not triple dig, but
No,
Do you remember your first big social media tweet or post that was like, well, you got to see this where you show it to your wife?
well, I refused to get on Facebook for a while because I thought it was gay.
Mm-hmm.
And so but Mary Jo had it. And she was just like keeping in touch with like family and like sharing pictures of her children and shit. And every once in a while, she would be logged in and I'd be like, and I would post about like shitting my pants at the supermarket as her.
well, yeah, I didn't have. So to back up, 87's even bigger because I had just started my Facebook 3 months prior to that post.
So
Because
you're
I
a
was
noob.
never, yeah, like I was never.
You came in hot out of the gate.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's big numbers for right off the top.
yeah. I mean, I maybe had 200 friends total at that point. That's almost.
That's pretty good, man.
That's 50%
Yeah.
engagement rate.
Yeah.
Now look at us.
I wish I could put up 87.
Yeah. Remember to like our Facebook post.
All right, boys. Thank you for this.
Thank you.
Danny,
so much.
Tim, you guys are the fucking best.
You are. You did it big. Congratulations.